trans youth. How's it going? Topic this week, how do we feel about other trans people and when we meet them? First off, I'll say I have a bit of a hard time hanging around guys who are early in their transition because I've already been through that, and I just don't understand because I've had so much amazing support in my life, and that's really made me a very strong, independent person, which seems kind of ironic, but I've been thinking about it, and I feel like because I've had so much support and just people being okay with me being trans and respecting my identity and putting in the effort to call me my name and pronouns and all that stuff, that's really allowed me to just focus on inside in peace, not have anxiety about other people and stuff like that. So I find it hard to help guys who are struggling with acceptance within their family, or their friends can't accept them, because I don't know how to deal with that. What I like to say is screw them. If they can't support you, then they're missing out on having you in their life. And if you're a good person, then that's a really shitty reason to not have a good person in your life, just because you can't understand why they have to do this, and so it's wrong, and so you can't be around them. I think that's silly, but it's harder than that. It's more complicated. You can't just, some people can't just cut people out of their lives, and I think I take a lot of people for granted sometimes, which I try not to, but it happens. And sometimes I feel like I could live without the people I know, without my family, just move away, meet new people, and I'd be okay. But deep down inside, I know that's not true. I know I'd miss everyone I know. So I find that a bit tough when I meet a trans person and they're early in their transition and they have a lot of that anxiety. I find that difficult to deal with, and I try and be as helpful as I can, but emotionally I can't always be as supportive as I think I should be, because I don't really know how. Despite all the support I got, I did deal with a lot of my issues within myself. YouTube's a very new thing, and I never really thought about using it as a therapy. I just want to use YouTube as sharing my experiences and more like an educational tool rather than a therapy for myself, because I deal with everything very internally, so it's sometimes hard. I don't know, it takes a lot of energy for me to interact with people, because I try not to be cliche. Okay, the best example I can give of this is I don't wish everybody a happy birthday on Facebook, because when I do wish someone a happy birthday on Facebook, I try and make it very personal and very funny, and just sort of everyone else, not everyone else, but the majority of people below me and then above me, it's happy birthday, hope you have a great day, or happy birthday, best wishes, or changing the letters in happy birthday to make some capitals and some lowercase. It's just easy. You don't even have to think about it, but I do think about it, and I always think about it, and I feel really guilty if I just give someone a cookie cutter response to something. So it takes a lot of effort for me to talk with people and especially trans people who sort of like early transitioners, I get a bit apprehensive about wanting to hang out with them. I don't mind answering questions, like helping out, but I don't want to just talk about trans stuff all the time. You know, it's like I'm a big Star Wars fan. I don't just want to talk about Star Wars stuff all the time, and people assume things, and then... So what else? What else? If I meet a trans man and I feel he's more attractive than I am, I get a bit intimidated. I get a bit self-conscious, and then I just analyze his face, his body, voice. You know, if he has facial hair, what does he do with it? How does he move? How does he talk? And then try and emphasize the things I like about him in myself to make myself feel more attractive. And then kind of the same thing intellectually. If I meet a trans person and they're very intellectual and, you know a lot about the history of transsexuality and the history of feminism and politics, and you know, they understand why things are the way they are and can explain it to you eloquently, that intimidates me a lot too, when people are academically intelligent and also artistically intelligent. And when someone is artistically intelligent, I'm more intimidated, because and then the negative, because I can't let you guys think I'm just this good person who never thinks anything bad. If I meet a trans person and they're less attractive than I am, then I get a bit of a confidence boost. I feel better about myself, which is a horrible thing to say, but... And I mean, everything I'm saying about trans people is applicable to everyone. Like, if I'm walking down the street and I see a handsome man, I'm not sexually attracted to him, but I am looking at what makes him attractive to me and how I can build that up in myself, right? It's all comparing to other people. My technical theater teacher in high school once said, "You are a composite of all the qualities you admire in all the people in your life, and all the people you've read about in books, historical figures, everything you like about the people you know, you incorporate these things into yourself." And so that's kind of what I do, and it's brutal, and it can be very harsh, and I can be very judgmental, but I would never voice my judgments in a way that would hurt someone's feelings, or I'd never do it intentionally. I would take my fist and beat these children senseless. They're driving me nuts, and that's the other big thing. If you drive me nuts, we can't be friends. I have a really hard time being around stupid people. When I say stupidity, I mean like stupidity towards other people, or being insensitive in social situations, or just like a complete downer. Yeah, I'll let you guys. Yes, I'll let you go. Okay. Peace out. Next week, hopefully I can redeem myself, maybe. Who knows? Alright.
It's your part.